Yo, what is up guys, this is Justin, and this time I'll be bringing you guys some Face-Off Search and Destroy gameplay. Search and Destroy was actually on the playlist a couple weeks ago and I got this game, but I did want to tell you guys a little bit about, I wanted to show you guys the Getaway map with Search and Destroy. So I'm going to talk about upper level thinking in Call of Duty. Now this idea can actually be extended to like a 15-minute video because I have a lot of thoughts on this, but I wanted to explain it kind of really quick for you guys. For those that don't know, if you do play poker, which is kind of popular, it's not as popular as it once was, but for those that play poker, if you're kind of serious in it, I was medium serious, like beginner, medium serious. There are different levels of thinking. So typically in poker, there are different levels of thinking. Zero through 3 is what we're going to talk about. So I'm going to go ahead, and you guys can look this up online. But basically what it means is that the higher level you go, the better player you're going to be. Okay, so 0 is basically you don't know anything. Level 1 is what I'm gonna do. Okay, level 2 is what your opponent is going to do, and then level 3 is what is the next step over, so what your opponent thinks I'm gonna do. So I know it sounds confusing, but you can apply these metrics to COD very easily, because I kind of wanted to explain it. If I go over, I will kind of talk about it in another video. So the first one, level 0 thinking, is basically people that are new to the game. They have no idea what they're doing. Okay, so you see these weird perk setups and so on. So obviously I kind of know what I'm doing, so I'm not a level 0 thinker, but a level 1 thinker is what most Call of Duty players fall into. So level 1 is what I'm going to do. So in the beginning, in the first round of the Search and Destroy match, I'm going to rush every single time. Okay, that means that if you're a level 1 thinker, you have 0 disregard. That's a double negative. No, you have little regard for what the other opponent's going to do. You're just going to do what you're going to do and then react to whatever they're going to do. So for me, and for most players that do fall into this category, that means you just run around trying to kill people, which is the level 1 part. Okay, level 2 part. So this is I'm already behind, but me and my brother ended up rushing the middle and kind of knew what they were going to do because they were going to defend. Typically in Search and Destroy, they're always going to defend. Very rarely do you see rushers in Search and Destroy in general. Okay, so for level 2 thinking is basically me as a player. I think what the other guy's going to do. So in these ones, I already knew. Typically, they're always going to camp in Search and Destroy, so I already know that going in. Okay, so when I did rush in the beginning, these guys are back, so I already knew they're going to be somewhere in the back. So my brother went to the left side and he got a double, and I got a double kill right there. So level 3 is the really complicated thinking, where let's say that I'm playing against my buddy Rob. Okay, so I'm playing one-on-one against Rob. Level 3 thinking would be that not only do I know what I'm going to do, I have an idea what he's going to do, but I also have an idea of what he thinks I'm going to do. Okay, I know that sounds confusing, but after you get to level 3, you don't need to go any higher than that, because typically it's just a stupid-ass cat and mouse game in poker. But level 3 thinking is what some of the really good players do. So if you guys see, I only subscribe to like 2 guys, but if you watch, I don't know, like Mark J, right? He rushes, but he kind of knows what his opponent thinks that he's going to do. So that's kind of how you spot a level 3 thinker, especially in Call of Duty. So in this video, when we're on offense, these guys know we're going to rush. So they think we're going to rush, so they wait, right? But what happens is that this guy has to come back right here because his buddy tells him, I think, when he hears or sees the little skull, he has to come back. Even though he's on offense, he has to come back and try to kill me. So that's how we get both those guys. So I'll go into another video, especially in domination. This works. This level of thinking works out very well in domination. But I wanted to explain this to you guys. Most players are level 1 thinkers, and some of them are level 2 thinkers. Okay, you rarely run into level 3 thinkers. And the thing about when you think of multiple levels of thinking in terms of Call of Duty, you don't have to be a level 3 guy. You just have to be one above the other one. So these guys are actually rushing now because they found out that defending was not going to work. Me and my brother had an idea that was going to happen, but what this guy right here didn't, because he's just hanging around in the back. So he tried to counter rushing with rushing, but since we already beat them 3 rounds, I had an idea when my brother told me he's going up the middle that it was going to happen. So that's the final kill cam right there. I know this is super confusing, but if you guys want me to elaborate more on this, and I probably will, because this is something that I've been thinking about a lot, and I really want to share with you guys. You can look it up online too, level 3 poker. So most of the decent guys are level 2, but when you want to get to the elite level, you got to kind of step your game to level 3. But other than that, I will extend it on the next video. See you guys.